Greek Podcast, and we're back at New York Prime for another half hour of nonsense. I'm here with my partner in crime, Ryan, and let's give him credit because today is a tough day for him. He is a Jet fan, true blue. I got to tell you, last night was tough. We're going to get into that. We are sponsored by Braman Motor Cars, Jupiter, and West Palm Beach. A great experience buying a car. Get over to Braman today. Your next luxury car should be with Braman Motors. So, last week, you were on this show. You guaranteed the Jets would win, so we all pounded the Jets. We lost. And then last night, Baker, oh my God, I'm going to throw touchdowns. Mayfield comes in, and Cleveland's happy. Were you happy for all the people in Cleveland?
No.
Of course not. And they got to drink beer.
F Cleveland. What are you kidding me?
Of course.
Oh, I love the beer thing.
Yeah, that was good. The beer thing was good. I hate Cleveland.
I am the pain that is running through me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not,
It's not the monetarily paid. You don't care about the money.
I don't care about the money. I care about the
Can I
fact
have
that
some?
it's can I have a little bit of money.
I mean, you don't care. I mean, you're just saying.
No,
I care about the money.
Like, I want to be in here for our podcast. I want to be up and, hey, we're going to come back. We're going to end
should
up
be
being,
3-0.
We're going to be 14-2. No, we're not.
No.
We're not. We have a curse.
Yeah.
We have a curse. And the curse is...
I never thought 14-2, by the way.
Listen, I'd be happy with 6-10. Or actually 7-9.
I'd be happy with a push right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like
I'd sign the chit waiver, the waiver chit.
I called the guy last night. I said, if I pay now, do you give me a discount?
Oh,
He goes, no,
God,
Greek. It's
dude,
Titanic
it's
City
just-
for the Jets.
It's lit. I mean, they're lit. So I got to tell you, you know when you're in a casino.
Yeah, should have stayed with Bridgewater.
You know when you're in a casino and you're doing good,
Yeah.
and your wife walks up to you and she goes, "How you doing?"
Oh,
and
cares.
I mean, everyone out there, you know this, right?
Yeah.
Your wife walks up to you, "How you doing?" or "Why you betting so much?" or "Why don't you just shove a knife in my freaking head?" or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That was what happened last night.
14-0.
Hold on. So we're sitting down at Prime in Brickell, and we got a crew, and the energy is good, and my place is bumping, and we're not, I literally was nursing one Johnny Walker Black. I wasn't even like drinking,
Yeah.
because I don't, you know me.
Because it was a game.
No, we were having a good time,
Yeah.
and these three smoking hot broads come walking into the smoking hot, lovely ladies. Come walking into.
I didn't know we were going to talk about this on the air.
No, because I got to tell you, this is so typical of.
I don't remember this, by the way. Your Honor.
They come walking into the members' room.
Yes.
And I don't even know if they're members or anything. I've never. And
it doesn't matter if they're not members.
They sit down.
Yeah.
And they start cackling about something.
Yeah.
And I'm watching my giant 12 by 12 TV in the members' lounge down in Miami, and we're having a great
a beautiful
time,
place.
smoking a good cigar, and while I'm watching, and it's 14-3.
Yeah.
And the minute they sit down,
They're Malouk.
and I'm like, can you shut up?
Yeah.
And I didn't want, but I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
It was from the moment that Lady Unluck sat down, the whole game went bad.
Well, if Taylor plays, I don't think they come back.
No, Taylor's done.
Yeah.
He's Drew Bledsoe. He's
done. He's
Yeah.
done. I saw him this morning on Turnpike. He was taking till
We'll work for food.
I said, what's going on? Weren't you at a game last night?
Right.
No, you got to give Baker Mayfield all the credit in the world.
All right, listen.
The kid came in, he did good.
He is the real deal. I mean, listen, Heisman Trophy right around. He's like, he's a monster. Oklahoma. The guy literally was he set? He was like 17 for 19 or
17 for 23. Yeah,
right.
the only thing I thought was a little weird about him, warming up, and then after the game, he doesn't go anywhere without his phone. He has his phone. Like, they showed him in warm-ups.
Yeah, he's taking pictures of himself.
Yeah, like 8 o'clock. Well, he was just reading text.
He's like 12. How old is he? What is it?
Oh, my God.
I got shoes on. I know you don't because you change out your Ferragamo's weekly. But
A little shot in there for me. Must talk to my girlfriend, who's now my wife.
God,
No, it was a good game. It was a very good game. It was great for Cleveland, the city of Cleveland. It's a tough day to be a Jet fan. It is. It's the Greek Podcast. We're live at New York Prime, and it is tough to be a Jet fan. And they should have won the Dolphin game.
They should have won the Dolphin game. They outplayed the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost it on turnovers, which is very typical of football. We know that.
Yeah.
But they outplayed the Dolphins. They got beat last night. They got beat. And the crazy thing is, Cleveland's defense is so bad.
No, they're good.
They're not good.
They're good.
Oh,
They got a couple of pros.
Their secondary is decent. Their front line is horrendous. We were averaging 7.1 yards against them on the rush. I mean, they're not a good defense. And Sam Darnold,
he's not ready yet.
He just STB, man.
Yeah, he's not ready. I thought they should have stayed with Bridgewater for the beginning, let him learn.
Listen.
He throws
agree.
picks.
I was calling New Orleans last night. I'm like, is Teddy available? Because we, know, and
No, he throws too many picks. He's not ready.
he has look. But I will tell you this: I like him. I really do. I think he's going to be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he's going to take time. By the way, I wouldn't be surprised for Baker to come out on his second appearance as a professional quarterback and just blow it.
Yeah, it could happen.
You know,
He's quick, though. He kept
last
a lot
night
of plays alive.
He did.
He's a good quarterback.
I think he's great. Listen, they've drafted, 3 quarterbacks in the last 4 years? About time they got one.
Oh, yeah. It was about time they got it right.
Yeah.
But for Thursday Night Football, it was a good game. The Jets, if you had the Jets, it sucks. If you had the Jets, 18.5 total points, it sucks. Just saying. These are things that suck. But it was tough. I mean, the Dolphins got to get – the Dolphins are playing the Raiders Sunday. They should be 3-0.
Yeah.
They got a chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to the game. I'll be in the iHeart box. Special thanks to my buddy Brian Olson. Always takes care of G-Man because he knows I make the
Thanks,
register
Brian.
ring. I mean, it is what it is. Come on, caviar's not cheap. But, yeah, it's very interesting. So there's some things going on in boxing. Mayweather said there's a rumor he's down $50 million this year in betting.
Right.
It's a rumor. So if you lost this year betting, feel better about yourself.
So net he's plus 225 on the year still.
Easy.
Yeah,
So he's fighting Pacquiao now in December. What do you think of that?
Hey, Pac, you want to go 12 again?
The only reason why this fight will be okay, it won't be obviously McGregor, because Manny Pacquiao doesn't really speak English. So there's no trash
there's
talking.
no
So there's
trash
no
talking.
hyping, there's no
Right.
get into it. iHeart Music Festival this weekend in Vegas, by the way. Just want to give a shout out to that.
Oh, it's this weekend?
Yeah, this
Let's
weekend.
go.
Yeah, we should have won. You were in Vegas
I was
last
in
week.
Vegas last week, yeah. You know, but I liked the McGregor fight because
Yeah, it
I
was good.
liked all the junk. You know?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was good. Well, they did a whole tour.
And right, they did a tour, and he chased him around the ring like he almost made him fight.
Yeah.
You know, the Pacquiao fight was this kind of like it looked like those 2 birds that
Yeah.
keep doing the puffing up of the
Well,
chest.
Mayweather's not
around.
going to get hit. I mean,
No.
he has a box.
No.
He shoots a move,
No.
You're not going to get a shot at
And
it.
by the way, if I were a fighter professionally,
Yeah.
if I scrap it out, I don't want to get hurt, but I like to hit, But if I was a fighter professionally, I think that I would avoid getting hit.
Of course.
Yeah, he's a very, very good.
Oh, he's smart.
Technically
Yeah,
smart.
he's a very good
no
fighter.
question.
One of the best ever. He's 51-0.
No question. Yeah.
So in December, he called up Manny and he goes, "Look, what do you want to do? Give you $35 million. I'll get 80. Is that fair?"
Doesn't matter who wins.
No. Then he went to McDonald's with a Swift Lobster and ordered a Big Mac. And his triple black Bentley, that's $480,000, pulls up and the girl looks at him like, "You Mayweather? Yeah.
Right.
Give me the Big Mac."
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's unbelievable the money box.
$4.19, and the goon behind him opens up the suitcase
Oh,
with
yeah.
like $1 million.
Louis
in it.
Vuitton bags.
You got change of $1 million?
Yeah, here you go. McGregor signs with the UFC, 6 more fights.
Yeah.
He is a draw. There's no doubt about it.
He's great. He's
Yeah.
a competitor. I mean, he's not his intensity is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
he is.
I liked him.
Last week there was a good thing. I don't know if you saw it. An ex-Jet who's having an unbelievable season, Fitzy with Tampa Bay. He came out and impersonated McGregor. He looked just like him.
He did.
Oh my God,
did.
the chains. When he first came out, I didn't know.
You thought it was McGregor.
No, I knew it was, but I thought
He was
maybe
like
he
60 pounds heavier.
I
right?
know, but I thought maybe that's just the way he came. I didn't catch it. I remember when he used to play for the Jets, he always had, like the striped shirts,
Yeah.
flannel. And I
Yeah.
go, man, maybe this guy went to Tampa and like
Well,
changed.
he's like 60, so I mean, he's
not 60. Get the hell out of here.
This is like his 19th season. I think this is literally his 15th season.
Yeah,
16th.
he's good.
16th.
He can
I
throw
think
the
it's his-
rock. I liked him with the
16th
Jets.
season.
The
Yeah.
worst thing the Jets did with him was the year they held him out. And
Yeah.
then he came back
He
late.
came back. He
wasn't the same.
Yeah, and I will tell you, like I was watching, I mean, not to get back to the Jets, but I have to go back to the fact that
Not over.
they were on. It was a short week, and it was a short week. The way their schedule.
Yeah.
They played Sunday, Monday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And it was and their defense. They were just winded. They were winded, but I don't. Anyway.
Well, also, when Mayfield came in, it was a shot of energy for everybody.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very fast. He runs around.
Yeah.
Taylor's basically the same thing, just a little bit older. He can maneuver, too.
No, Taylor. I mean, he could. I mean,
I thought the Jets got conservative, though.
Oh well. So that was the other thing. I don't want to spend the whole time talking about the Jets, but I
go
will
ahead.
say that Todd
It's
Bowles.
Yeah.
Who I loved. Like, I loved the whole premise of him. I loved the players coach. I loved, what is going on with him? He won't throw the red flag. He doesn't coach.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything.
They didn't throw the ball
I want
long.
to smack him right in his
They didn't
face.
throw the ball long last night.
No long ball. They run 3 draws.
Yeah.
They have like momentum, right? They completed like an 18-yard pass for first down.
Yeah.
They're midfield, and they run 3 draw plays.
I got to say, one
Like,
thing.
throw the ball.
He's got some receivers this year.
He's
Pryor's good.
Anderson, Pryor.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Curse.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Curse is very good.
So I'm with Doc. You know Doc, right? Last night.
Oh, Doc.
So
Did he tell you I got his tickets? Charles Medical did a great job.
He's my
Did my
boy,
hair.
right? He's one of your sponsors, one of your advertisers.
Yeah.
So he goes like this. We're watching the game, and admittedly, he's a Detroit fan, but he knows football. He's like, "Is that Javon Curse?" I'm like, "Doc, come on, bro."
And then also the other guy who had the neck injury, number 81. I forget his name, the receiver. He had a couple of big catches. He's Sam Darnold's favorite receiver.
With a C.
I forget his name off the top of it.
Kroll.
But he had a couple of big catches.
Yeah.
When I knew the game was screwed was when they had 3rd and like 11. He threw the Curse over the middle and he got like 8 and they kicked the field goal.
Right.
I know that was the thing to do.
I knew the game was over when Mayfield caught the 2-point conversion, and that was the end.
He did that in the Rose Bowl.
What an awesome play. But, individual plays.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate Cleveland. I don't even know where Cleveland is. I think it's in Ohio. But, yeah, it's whatever.
It's south of the Mississippi.
Yeah, south of the Mississippi. Right.
So there was something this week that happened with FanDuel New Jersey, and a big ruling came down last night. I don't know if you're aware of this. I might shoot it on you. Is that there was a guy who put a bet in, and they made a mistake. There was a glitch. So he put in a $100 bet. It should have paid $600, and it paid $82,000. So FanDuel said, we're not paying it. You're out. Tapioca. This is Wednesday. It's been big news all week, all over the country. Las Vegas said, look, if this was us, we pay.
Right.
Whatever's on a ticket, we pay. FanDuel said, no, we're not paying, yada, yada. Hence, last night, FanDuel made a decision. They're paying the guy the $82,000 on a $100 bet. That's amazing.
Did you ever play Monopoly?
Yeah.
Bank errors.
I don't know.
You got. I mean, I think it's the press the negative press that you would get by not paying him.
Yeah.
Is so much more expensive than the 82,000.
The other thing I feel bad about, and I know you may not care about this, and some people don't, is that the guy who did it actually made a mistake. He's probably going to lose his job. Or woman who did it.
The guy inside.
Who did the ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the bet should have paid $600.
But isn't it all done through an algorithm in the computer program?
Well, you got to still punch in the numbers.
Oh, so he
punched in the wrong odds.
Right.
But again, I feel bad for that person. I know most people don't care, and I get it. And if I had the $82,000,
82,000 of FanDuel is a rounding error.
But they're also going to pay anybody who had outrageous odds that day. There's like another 80 or 90 people that are getting paid. Not like that.
Oh.
But the $82,000. And what happened was the guy, first they said to him, we'll give you $5,000 and it's 4 Giant tickets.
Right.
A lot of people would have took that.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Especially if you're a gambler. Somebody owes you $5, you're like, oh God, it's like $18,500. He said, no, I'm getting an attorney. And again, when he did that and it went public in the media, that changed the whole thing.
Right.
They paid him. I'm shocked they paid him.
It's a due bill. I think I think they should pay him.
But there's been other cases where it's been very surprising. We've talked about it down here in Tunica, Mississippi. The woman won the slot machine. $4 million. They said it was a glitch. She didn't get paid.
Right.
I can't believe the other situation that I learned a lesson because I used to do it with girls all the time. You know, I don't play slots, but kidding around and they pull the lever. There was a guy down at Seminole who the woman pulled the lever and she got half of the ticket.
Right, and she's right because she was a party to the.
That's bizarre.
So
you never know.
Right.
But FanDuel, you know what? Hats off to you. You paid the 82 dimes. I'm shocked. I really am.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I don't know about the negative thing because one thing about a gambler, and you noticed.
Listen, it would have been.
Gamblers don't care.
No, it would have been yesterday's news tomorrow, and it wouldn't have mattered. But it's the right thing to do. And I mean, the guy, it's like, oh, I added an extra zero. On your
the guy
lottery
lied
ticket.
a little though in his story.
Oh, really?
First he goes,
Of course he lied.
Yeah, he goes, I wasn't watching the game. Well, then how'd you put the bet in? You know, if you didn't, it was at the end of the game, and he went up to the window and put it in. No, you were watching the game, and that's it.
Right.
But FanDuel, hats off to you. It's a Greek podcast. Don't forget, we're at New York Prime. This is the place to have a great dinner, great atmosphere. I've told you before, I'll say it all year. The steak's so good. The cows want to come in here. We walked in, there was 3 cows outside. I was like, brutal. And we're sponsored by Braman Motor Cars. We'll be back in a couple seconds. We're going to try to talk Ryan through this drama of the New York Jets getting their ass kicked. Not only did he lose his team, he lost money. It's not about that. He has real love for a team, and I respect that.
I do.
It's not because he had the Jets 18.5 like some other people. Peace.
I'm Jillian, and this is my BMW M235, and I got it here at Braman BMW of Jupiter. Braman is really close to home, and everyone is so friendly here.
Hi, Jillian.
Hi. My mom wanted me to get a safe car, and Braman Service Department has me in and out fast. Plus, because of Club Braman, I get to race here on a real track. Sorry, Mom.
Fall into exceptional BMW savings. Get world-class Club Braman benefits and best price. Go to whybraman.com, West Palm Beach and Jupiter.
a great podcast. We're back in New York Prime talking absolutely nonsense. And this is the third week in the NFL. Dolphins play the Raiders. Going to be a very exciting game. Can Miami go 3-0? Now, all the professional teams in Florida are undefeated. And they all covered.
Right.
Back to back, you could have had two parlays. You could have had the Jags, you got had Tampa Bay, and the
Jags,
Dolphins.
Tampa Bay, and the Fins, right.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Or you could have had the Jets and Giants and lost it all.
That's right.
All right, moving back to Florida. Go ahead. Sorry.
And we are sponsored by Braden Motor Cars, Jupiter and West Palm. It's a great experience when you buy a car from them. Your next luxury car should be with Braden Motor Cars. Do not forget that. And of course, New York Prime. What else?
No, I mean,
Mark Cuban, big situation happened this week. He's a guy that some people like, some people don't. And anybody who's got that kind of personality, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
He donated, which is the big thing, $10 million. Some people feel that wasn't fair. He should have been fined. The most the NBA could have fined him was $2.5 million.
Right. And suspended him.
Yeah. Well, they didn't even talk about suspension,
Right.
but people are saying he should have been suspended for 6 months, and he should have been fined the $2.5 and donated the $7.5 million. I think Cuban is good for the NBA, and I think the difference between him and Sterling, with the Clippers, and I've said
Right.
this in life many times, and people like to disagree, and it's fine. There's no opinion in life that's wrong. I say it on the radio, every day, because everybody gets I'm right. I'm not that guy. But to me, what comes down to this is a great lesson in life, and this has gone your way many times, and it's gone my way 100 times. When people like you, they give you more of a rope.
Yeah.
And Cuban is liked.
Yeah.
He is. Whether
Yeah.
you like him or not, as far as outside, the image, Shark Tank, what he's done, he's there as a real fan for his team. He said, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. He did make some mistakes, I think it was yesterday in the big conference when he had the interview.
It's tough. It's tough to be shoved into that spotlight situation because you can't be right. There's nothing you're going to say that people are going to go, aha.
Well, he took blame,
Right.
but the only thing I think he did wrong, which I think you would have did, is that they asked him, did you talk to any of the victims? Now, he says no. And then they said, do you have any plans to talk to him? He says no to them.
Right.
It's a little cold when you do that. Now, the only way I get out of that, and I don't know if it
You
would,
blame it on the lawyers.
I was going to...
Absolutely.
Yeah, say,
Absolutely.
if my
listen,
lawyers told
that's
me not
exactly
to.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right. So you say is, what you say is, in my heart, I want to make these people whole and I want to make sure that they're comfortable. I want to make sure they understand that I care. But obviously we live in an environment where the legal system and lawyers dictate. So as soon as my lawyers give me the green light, I'm there.
Yeah.
And it could have been brushed under.
Yeah. Now, maybe the lawyers didn't stop him. He just doesn't even want to know.
Well, it doesn't matter. You say that because you get to stand behind the lawyers.
Yeah.
You always get to protect yourself. But look, the reality of the matter is that when you run an organization you own organizations and you're at the top of the pyramid, right? The old saying is stuff rolls downhill. It rolls directly to the top, and it speaks to not just your character, but to the character of the organization. It speaks to the culture of the organization, and unfortunately, stuff happens.
Yeah,
and when you have that much stuff going on, and you have that many people in an organization, it doesn't matter how much you preach, this is a wholesome environment.
Yeah.
Someone's going to screw up, and it's going to cost you.
Well, a lot of times,
And that's why he jumped ahead and said, I'm going to write a check because...
Well, the investigation in Sports Illustrated, this is another, I gave them credit on the radio. This is the second big case they broke. They broke the case about 3 months ago with the kids from Maryland.
Right.
The kid who died. They did that. This is another case. Cuban didn't on his own come up. He got caught.
Right.
I mean, so there is a difference there. I like Mark Cuban. I think he's great for basketball. I think it's great he donated $10 million. But a lot of people are feeling, and I know, and Silver's a great commissioner. He's going to have to address this at some point, or he may not, that, when it was Sterling with the Clippers and racism, you're gone. You got to sell your team. Right. There's some people thought he should have had to sell his team.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's the way you look at it. Everybody's got an opinion. The $10 million's great. There's no doubt about it.
It's meaningless to him.
Yeah.
No, I guess even I don't care how rich you are. $10 million.
$10 million is a lot. Come on,
right.
come on.
Right.
I don't like when people say it. I disagree. Write a check for $10 million, even if you
Yeah.
got billions. That's a lot.
Right. The $200 I lost to you last night on the Jets is a lot.
You lose 200 to me last night, the Jets. Don't let them get you. I was in that canoe. I was like, this is my battle, and then all of a sudden I had no battle. I was in that canoe with him, believe me.
He was with me. I'm like, are the fire ants biting you? It's like, I'm getting killed over here.
Are you kidding me? I got the text last night. I'm like, oh my God. It's crazy.
And then I leave Miami, by the way, I forgot to tell you, and then I leave Miami and I'm seething. And I'm like, I couldn't even grab a glass of water.
You get pulled
bottle
over by a cop, it looks like Baker Mayfield.
No, they have the express lane shut down. It's 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, yeah.
I sat in traffic for an hour and 40 minutes at midnight with, with that. Anyway, so
what I was going to do last night is I have a good friend of mine, and our camera guy knows him. We did remember about a year ago, we did a show down in Brickell. And his name is Adam, good friend. He looks identical. I'll show you a picture to Baker Mayfield.
Oh, God.
And he was in the area. I was going to say, look, I'll give you $100. Walk into Broad Brickell and say hi to Ryan. Now, I'm done. I'm going to show you a picture. You'll be like, oh, my God,
really?
they could be twins.
Oh,
he's got the beard.
the
whole thing. But it's interesting. But, again, I think what Mark Cuban did is good. Yeah. But I think there's going to be always people that say,
and
hey.
I'm not a huge fan of Mark Cuban, I'll be honest. I like the fact that he's like tangible. He's in the, he's like a guy's guy.
He's at the game.
I don't love his some of his rants and politics and stuff, but
whatever. Politics you're not going to get along.
No.
Everybody's got different opinions.
I like the fact that he's in the mix. I like the fact that he's, he seems approachable. He looks like the kind of guy that you could walk up to in a coffee shop and be like, hey, give me some sweet and low.
Yeah, he's cool. I think he's cool. He says all the time, we're the fans. He's got the T-shirt on.
He's a T-shirt guy.
I mean, he's worth $10 billion. That's the thing about when they came up with dress like a rock star.
Right.
When you got billions, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Bobby Axelrod. My favorite show, Billions. Right. That's it. He's got the Metallica T-shirt with that, the jeans. He walks in. Everybody's in suits. That's what you want. Yeah. I think everybody wants that freedom in life where you can just dress what you want, drive what you want. Nobody's going to say anything. What is that the ultimate thing for every guy? You're not the average guy. You're above the average guy, obviously. But the average guy, we'll see. Yeah. But, you go to work. You got to do this. You want to say something to your boss. You don't say it.
You're a little toe the corporate line.
You have to.
But the whole I've arrived and I'm going to buck social norms and societal norms. It does send a little bit of a message.
Yeah.
But
if the message is also like any message, like LeBron has his show, The Shop, and they're talking about if the message is being consumed and if people are following it. I think somebody like LeBron has got more power with people, white and black, than Mark Cuban does.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, he's got equal or more star power. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think as far as, when he says, let's do this or that, Mark Cuban, I think people do look at him like a rich, bratty kid.
Yeah.
That's the way people look at him.
Well, he looks dopey, but then he's
smart.
He's bright.
Now, do you think, what I wanted to ask you on your opinion of this, because there's been some issues with, obviously, Moonves and his wife with Big Brother. Do you think they kick him off Shark Tank for this?
Because it wouldn't be unexpected. I wouldn't be surprised. They almost kind of have to because of because of everything else in Hollywood.
So you think Cuban's out of Shark Tank?
I like him on Shark Tank.
But
I actually do.
Yeah.
But I would be surprised.
Hiatus or gone?
I think they would probably give him like a year or two, a hiatus. But I think if they gave him a hiatus, he would be like, I don't need this.
Yeah. I think he likes it, though.
I think he does enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like you doing the podcast.
Yeah,
I think you like it. If you like
I
it.
get paid big money. of course I'm sitting here.
Of course he is.
I'm drinking borrowed coffee out of a styrofoam cup.
I take care of my people. I mean,
I love you, brother.
When you were at the Greek organization, come on, I'm there for you. 24/7.
Absolutely.
I should have sent that kid into Brickell last night. You would have killed him. I could just see, that would have been like Goodfellas with Pesci when you jumped over and grabbed him. I'm going to kill you. Maroon 5's going to play the Super Bowl. Any thoughts?
I like Maroon 5. I like Adam. I think he's cool as hell. I think he's a superstar talent. He's another one. He's like an approachable, super talent, right?
He seems. Some people have said no. Who have met?
He seems very approachable.
We don't know any people.
He's got a sense. No, but I mean, he's clearly got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
He doesn't live in Weirdville. And,
I'm great.
Yeah.
Well, again, you don't know any of these people you see, how they are. You catch them on good days, bad days.
I'll let you know how it is. You got me tickets, right?
Of course. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you want tickets? Jason, my buddy, I love you. I know I'm trying to get you tickets for Drake this weekend. I'm going to see what I can do. I went down to Miami yesterday. It's so funny, when you got to ask for tickets. And you never, again, if you've never worked in a corporate level, I have a lot of connections, and I have a lot of people who are very good to me on iHeart in different areas. But when it's not for you, it's such a tough. Different thing.
Yeah.
Because you get caught in that lie. I've talked about it, all right, I'll leave it at will call.
Right.
So you're walking away, and then you stop. And you're like, should I say it? they're not for me. And then they're
Right.
like, what do you mean they're not for you? They're not-
But the more difficult thing I would assume for you is because of how many people you know.
Yeah.
The question is, I mean, you know who's deep in the circle. There's no
Yeah.
question.
Oh, yeah.
You know who's
My
but-
circle, if you spend money, you're deep.
No, but my point is that you have a lot of acquaintances. I'm being
Yeah.
serious. Like you have a lot of acquaintances. So when you think about who's on the fringe of the circle, like I don't want to say no to the guy,
Yeah.
but he's really not in the in the circle.
No, there's
of
certain people
trust
call
and-
me.
I could be like, hey, I need to borrow a pillow at 2:00 in the morning. You're like, honey, lift your head up.
Give a dog. Oh yeah, I give you my arm. You're kidding me? I love you. You're my boy. The best thing in South Florida ever. And that includes my wife. I put you over her. That's
there you go.
unbelievable. No, Jason, who's your partner, I love. Jason and Jason and I.
And we're friends. We're all friends. I mean,
Yeah,
so
when
it's-
we first met Jason, he had one of the greatest lines ever. He didn't know me. Ryan was having a birthday party about 3-4 years ago. I've told the story on the air. It's great. He called me up, and I was like, oh, wow. He was, hey, Ryan's having a party and a birthday. He sort of wants you there. And I was like, oh, I'd be nice. I'll come. He goes, I really don't want you there. I was like, great. This feels good. I love this crew. Everybody's honest. But I love Jason. Always gives me Orange Bowl tickets. There are certain people. Miller's Ale House called me. They needed tickets to Kid Rock. I'll buy them. I do it.
Right,
I mean, there's
right,
some people.
right.
What I have to stop doing, and I've done it for years, is that I'll buy the tickets.
Right.
Because I don't want to go to somebody at our hearts.
Well, if you said to someone inside the circle, I can't get him, but I'll buy him.
Yeah.
That's your out.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I ever said to you,
Yeah.
I need X, and you said, well, I can't get him, I'll buy him for you. I'd be
I
like,
can always
no.
buy him.
But-
I can always
but
buy
I
'em.
wouldn't ever want you to buy me
Yeah.
something.
Well, I don't tell people. That's the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you need the out,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could say,
Yeah.
I can't get him, but I'll buy him for you.
Yeah. Well, there's certain people, like I said, I just buy them. I don't want to hear it.
And there are certain people, even if you could get them, you should say, I can't get them, but I'll buy them for you.
No, I don't want to do that. It's the Greek Podcast. Do not forget Real Radio's lineup. Rover in the Morning, Penthouse, Johnny C. and Francis. They are great. That other guy? You got the Love Dodgers. You got Luke. You got Dano. What's the other guy? Oh, yeah. Dr. Glenn. Don't forget Dr. Glenn. We are home with the Gators. Tomorrow we got the Gator game. We got the NFL all weekend, and we got the NFL all season. Brayman Motor Cars. Great experience when you're buying a car in Jupiter and West Palm. Of course, we got to thank right here, New York Prime. Come here. This is where I got married. My biggest mistake in my life is here. Come by. You'll have a great time. Ask for our boy, Nick Woods. Make sure you give him a couple winners in college football, though.
Or a 20.
Or 20. 20, I don't think he's going to do
I
it
don't
anyway.
think he'll- no.
This is my boy, Ryan. We'll be back next week. Love you guys. Thanks for watching this nonsense. Always good. Peace and God bless.